Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Harsh reality.
This will be probably the toughest week between this week and next week, and there'll be a lot of death, unfortunately.
The president issues a brutal wake-up call to Americans as the coronavirus crisis descends on Metro Detroit.
As of today, nearly 80% of the positive COVID-19 cases are in Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties.
Now at noon, how the state is preparing for what could be a very difficult week. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. The coronavirus pandemic continues to grip everyone's life. We have just learned that a second member of the House Democratic Caucus, Representative Karen Whitsitt from Detroit, has tested positive for COVID-19. We are told that the representative is doing well and appears to be on the other side of this illness, recovering. Meantime, have you seen this symbol here in downtown Detroit? The Spirit of Detroit statue now has a face mask on it. At this time, we are working to learn who put it there. Was it the city, or perhaps a citizen did it on their own accord? When we find out, we will let you know. Meanwhile, statewide, Michigan has more than 15,000 confirmed cases, and 617 people have died from the virus. The numbers underneath the yellow arrows show the increase in cases and deaths in a 24-hour period. And taking a look back to understand the true scope of how rapidly this has all unfolded, Michigan reported its first 2 cases just on March 10th, less than 1 month ago. 2 weeks later, we had more than 1,700 cases, and this afternoon we are reporting more than 15,000 cases statewide, but 80% of those cases are right here in Metro Detroit in our 3 main counties of Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb. New updates have been coming mid-afternoon, so we will keep you updated as we get new updates today. Meantime, today marks 3 weeks since Governor Whitmer issued her stay home, stay safe order. The governor said this morning it's likely that the order will have to be extended past the initial date of April 14th. It's unclear how long that extension will go, but she said today in a news conference that announcement will come within the next week. With the state facing more than 15,000 COVID-19 cases, Governor Whitmer says that we are not yet close to the apex, and we cannot afford to let our efforts to slow the spread stop. She says those efforts should now include wearing a mask or some type of face covering when you're going out.
This is a Detroit Tiger mask that someone generously sent to me. I encourage everyone to wear some sort of a face covering in those few trips that you need to leave the house. During this time, it's crucial that you only leave your home when absolutely necessary, like going to the grocery store or picking up a prescription. Limit those trips, make them quick and limited to precisely what you need, and return to your homes. When you must leave, Dr. Khaldun and the CDC are recommending that you wear a mask. Because there's a shortage of N95 and surgical masks, we ask that you wear one like this so that those critical masks are left for the people on the front line trying to take care of the sick. Let me be clear, though.
Governor Whitmer also cited a study showing that Michigan is one of the top states in the United States when it comes to people limiting their travel. On the national front, streets in many major U.S. cities are empty. There are now more than 336,000 confirmed coronavirus cases across the United States, and more than 9,000 Americans have died. This is according to a New York Times report. And when it comes to the war on the coronavirus, things may be about to go from bad to worse. And as Sam Brock reports, the White House is warning the next 2 weeks will be pivotal as the country heads into its toughest period yet.
With multiple states heading into what experts believe will be make-or-break weeks in the fight against COVID-19, overnight President Trump trying to put a positive spin on an escalating situation.
We're starting to see light at the end of the tunnel.
But just 24 hours earlier, the president admitting
There'll be a lot of death, unfortunately.
An assessment echoed by his top health advisors.
The next week is going to be our Pearl Harbor moment. It's going to be our 9/11 moment.
The president also doubling down on his calls to use the anti-malaria drug hydroxychloroquine, even though there's no evidence it's effective against COVID-19.
What do you have to lose? They say take it. I'm not looking at it one way or the other. But we want to get out of this. If it does work, it would be a shame if we didn't do it early.
Weighing in when Dr. Fauci of the coronavirus task force was later asked about the drug.
And would you also weigh in on this issue of hydroxychloroquine? What do you think about this, and what is the medical evidence?
That question?
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
15
times.
Alarming new projections point to peaks in New York, Detroit, and New Orleans in a matter of days. 9 states are still refusing to enact full stay-at-home orders, including Iowa.
If additional action is necessary to protect the health and safety of Iowans, I will do so.
But the Surgeon General saying it is vital to stop the spread.
Give us a week or two if you can. We want you to do it for 30 days, but even in those 9 states, give us what you can so we can get this peak and start to come down on the other side.
On Sunday, many turning to their faith, but some ignoring the science of social distancing. In Louisiana, one church holding their usual Sunday Mass, led by Pastor Tony Spell, who was arrested last month for holding services despite a ban on large gatherings.
They would rather come to church and worship like free people than they had live like prisoners in their homes.
Here in Florida, the governor of the state drawing heavy criticism for saying he doesn't have the authority to close down houses of worship. Of the 15 states with populations most vulnerable to this virus, 11 of them, mainly here in the South, have religious exemptions. In Miami, Sam Brock, NBC News.
Sam, thank you. Meanwhile, an interesting development emerging. A tiger at the Bronx Zoo in New York tested positive for COVID-19. It's a 4-year-old Malayan tiger. Nadia is the tiger's name, and it was exposed by an asymptomatic zoo worker. She's the first tiger to test positive for the virus. The zoo also says that 6 other large cats, including 3 African lions and 3 tigers, have also shown symptoms, including a dry cough like humans have. All of the cats are expected to recover. The chief veterinarian of the Bronx Zoo says that Nadia's positive test surprised everyone.
So she was test positive, and it surprised everyone because that hadn't been documented before. And certainly people need to be taking more precautions around cats in the face of a COVID outbreak.
All zoos in New York City have been closed since March 16th to the public. Some slightly optimistic information about the coronavirus pandemic help Wall Street start the new week on a very positive note. Here is a live look at the tally for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which has risen more than 1,000 points today and has remained near that level through the morning. Investors are showing confidence after reports from the White House indicating that while the number of deaths from the virus will keep rising, there may be hopeful trends in terms of hospitalizations and other factors. American Express and other financial stocks rose sharply today, and there were also major gains for retailers like Macy's and Kohl's. Local 4 and ClickOnDetroit.com have launched Food for Frontline. It is a community-wide effort to help both frontline workers and local restaurants. If you would like to donate meals to Metro Detroit area hospitals, just go to the forthefrontline.clickondetroit.com. And as always, ClickOnDetroit.com is packed with so much useful information for you to get through this crisis and stay informed. You'll find everything you need to know at ClickOnDetroit.com/coronavirus. And any day is just a little bit brighter when we can get a little sunshine around here, and we've had some today. Brandon is taking a look at our forecast for this noon and the rest of the afternoon, and we're liking the look of things.
Spotted a cloud, Rhonda.
Just
I
one?
spotted one. No, there's a couple of them over there, but not many. The skies will fill with some clouds later today, but it is a beauty of a Monday. It also feels like a Sunday and a Friday and a Wednesday and a Saturday, right? Well, we are loving it. Nonetheless, a roller coaster ride in your forecast all week long, and we're on our tick, 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 on our way up. We have 52 at Metro, 53 in Pontiac. You can see east side is a little cooler with the wind coming off the lakes, but these numbers showing a nice warming trend as our noon temperature today is anywhere between about 5 and 15 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. So we're hitting highs just shy of 60 degrees, and we'll see again late afternoon clouds on the increase ahead of a little little wet weather coming our way late tonight and Tuesday. And Rhonda, we'll talk about a threat for severe weather also in the Tuesday forecast coming up.
All right, Brandon, thank you. Now to a developing story. One woman is dead after a shooting in Oak Park that happened around 2 o'clock this morning along Miller Street near Greenfield. Investigators say that it started as an apartment dispute between neighbors over, we're not really sure. One neighbor went into his home, grabbed a gun, and opened fire. A 25-year-old woman was shot multiple times and taken to the hospital where she died from her injuries.
She's a fun person, outgoing, always smiling, always laughing. Everybody love her. Everybody love her. Everybody love her.
A 35-year-old man was arrested and a pistol was recovered there at the scene. Still to come here at noon, world leaders are begging the public to stay home as the number of coronavirus cases continues to rise globally. After the break, a closer look at that global impact of the troubling pandemic and another look at the weather with Brandon.